Hi, my name is Josh Pfeiffer. I am about to start my sixth year of teaching and coaching. I really enjoy what I do. Today, I am going to tell you a little bit about why I coach. First of all, I love sports. I have since I was very young. Here is a story about how my love for sports began. I grew up on a farm in southeast Nebraska. I was too young to help sort hogs, so my family left me inside when they went to work. Since I was still quite young, they would send someone to check on me pretty often. When they sent one of my two brothers in to check on me, I was sitting on the floor watching football. They assumed that I was just flipping through channels and temporarily stopped on a football game. A little while later, my other brother came in to check on me. I was still watching football. My mom couldn't believe it when she came in even later yet, and you guessed it, I was watching football. She asked me who was winning. I was able to tell her the score and tell her which team had been playing better. My family thought that it was just a phase. Little did they know it was going to become a lifelong passion for me. As my love of sports grew, I would play in the yard by myself. I played football most often. I would throw the ball into the air and run to catch it. I often practiced the moves that I had seen my favorite players make. One of my favorite things to do in the yard was play games where I would play for both teams. I would keep track of the score, and I wanted the game to be as realistic as possible. There would be times that I would be running just before collapsing to the ground. That is when someone had tackled me. I would also fumble it, then recover for the other team. I would throw the ball in the air, switch teams, and then catch the ball as an interception and take it the other way for a score. You shouldn't be surprised to know that when I was playing these games, my favorite team would almost always fall behind by a touchdown or two before making an amazing comeback for the win. Of course, I loved playing against anyone that would play with me, even people much older and twice my size. My mother always worried about me. She thought that I would get hurt. I always tried my best to ease her concern. I think that she realized that it didn't really matter how worried she was. I loved sports too much, and she wasn't going to stop me from playing. I played football and basketball throughout school, all the way from third grade through my senior year of high school. After I graduated from high school, I went to college at the University of Nebraska to study engineering. After 1 year of college, I realized that there was a significant void in my life. I missed sports. I missed competing, and watching it on TV simply wasn't enough. After quite a bit of thought, I decided to switch my major to math education. I had always enjoyed math, and I had a great math teacher in high school. This way, I could be a teacher and a coach. I figured that if I was going to coach after I finished college, I might as well get started while I was in college. I began reaching out to football teams in the Lincoln area to see if they would allow me to help coach. One team that I was especially interested in working with was Nebraska Wesleyan. They must have grown tired of me bothering them because the head coach gave me a call back while he was on vacation. I worked with their football team for the next 2 years. During my time there, I learned that you can be really successful if you have high character players that work hard. After that, I had an opportunity to apply and interview for a similar position with Nebraska's football team. Fortunately, I was one of four people that got the opportunity to work with the team. It was so much fun being a part of that organization. I had the chance to travel to parts of the country that I had never been to before. Some of my favorites were trips to Texas and California. During my time there, it became obvious to me how many people you can impact as a coach. Everyone from players to their families and the fans of your team. As I have mentioned, I began coaching because of the thrill of competing. As time has passed, my motivation for coaching has changed a little bit. Now I coach because I enjoy teaching young people athletic skills and life lessons. One of my favorite quotes is by Billy Graham. He said, "One coach will impact more young people in a year than the average person does in a lifetime." Isn't that inspiring? One of the advantages that I feel that I have as a coach is that my players are excited to be there. They enjoy sports and they will listen to whatever their coach says. Sometimes it is more difficult to teach as many life lessons in the classroom, because students are often in the classroom against their will. Beyond that, teachers have to teach to the state standards and prepare students for state assessments. Now, I am going to talk about some of the life lessons that I hope to teach my players. During my experiences growing up on a farm and playing high school sports, I learned that you can accomplish amazing things if you work hard enough. In my opinion, effort is the biggest key to success in life. It is also important that my players understand the importance of teamwork. Without the help of others, we cannot accomplish much in life. Everyone will be a part of many teams during their lifetime. Sports teams, families, and businesses are all examples of teams that must work together if they want to be successful. In addition to understanding teamwork, my players should know their role and they should try to perfect their role. Teams of all kinds have roles that need to be filled. If people accept their role and perform well in their role, that team will be successful. However, if people try to seek glory and fill the roles of others, the team is likely to crumble. I also try to teach my players that in life, things will not always go well. When things don't go your way, you have to keep your head up and work through the adversity with your teammates. It is times like these that it will be important for you to be encouraging for your teammates. You will all need the strength of each other to make it through. I want my players to know that they are stronger than they think they are. This means that they are capable of accomplishing things that they would have never dreamed would be possible, and they can handle far more adversity than they realize. As you can tell, I really enjoy coaching. Thank you for taking the time to listen to me talk about why it is that I coach.